One of the biggest objections I get when I tell people they should start a coaching business is that it's not scalable and it can't be expanded into a bigger business. I'm here to tell you that that is wrong. Coaching is actually one of the easiest businesses to scale because it comes in many forms. You can change your model from done for you to done with you, or do whatever you want. In this case, I'm going to show you a full framework for how to scale your coaching business to whatever revenue goals you want. The first thing we want to do is develop a brand. When I was 4 years old, I took a trip to McDonald's. In this instance, I learned a lot about branding. As I sat in the chair, a large figure approached with some bright red hair and a smile so creepy that it freaked me out. I clung onto my mom like a koala onto a tree. This figure was Ronald McDonald. The biggest lesson I learned here about branding is that branding is not just the logos and colors that you use. Branding is the overall experience and aroma of your product. A business owner's job is to solve problems. So we need to figure out what super niched problem we can solve for the prospect. In this case, we want to find a niche. The more specific the niche, the better. When you get onto social media, you'll be able to develop a lot better ICP of who you want, or ideal customer profile. You want to become different. It's going to make it a lot easier to sell your services. Every personal trainer tries to target everyone, and when you target everyone, you target no one. So it's super crucial that you develop a specific niche group of people that you can help and you specialize in. And my last tip here is don't be a commodity. You might just win the race to the bottom. When you compete on price, there's no way up. The reason you want to niche down is because you can solve a problem that regular trainers aren't well equipped to solve. Think about it from your audience's perspective. Are they going to get a return on that investment if they spend the money? Is that money really worth it to solve the problem? Speaking of problems, you need to position your offer. What does this mean? Well, this means answering these 5 questions. 1, who are your people? 2, what do they need? 3, who are you? 4, what do you deliver? And 5, why are you special, different, or the one? Number 5 is probably the most important of those questions because it's actually going to show what niche you have. The next step in our solution is content. The hardest thing for coaches to overcome is the idea of coming up with ideas. Here are 9 things you can make videos about in any niche. Mistakes, tips, social proof, objections, belief shifts, inspiration, myths, personal, or promotional. From there, you can define your topic. This might be fitness, might be mindset, might be motivation, it might be something completely different. The important thing is that you just get your name out there. It's super important to develop content systems that will help you to organize your content. If you don't have a system in place, you're not going to be able to scale. When it comes to scaling, time is your biggest asset, but time is also your biggest bottleneck. In order to scale, you have to find higher leverage tasks that you can work off of. Look and see what you're actually spending your time and money on. Is it actually worth it? If it's a repeatable process, it's probably better that you hire a VA or outsource it in some way. For example, I'm not that good at editing and it takes me a lot of time. That's why I outsource my video editing. It frees up some time, it might take some money, but I have to buy my time and that time is worth my money. Also, when you hire people who are specialized in the skill, they do a much better job than I could ever do. One of the biggest mistakes here though is people build up their team too fast and spend way too much money on payroll. In order to fix this, automate as much as possible. Go High Level and Zapier are both my best friends when it comes to automating. If you can't automate it, systemize it. If it's a repeatable task, there's no reason not to have an SOP built. Even if it's something that you're going to continue to do, you should still have those processes built. When someone comes to buy your business, they're not looking to buy you. They're looking to buy the processes and systems that you have in place. The 3 biggest things that you can outsource are fulfillment, operation, and sales. Speaking of sales, the easiest way to scale is through distribution channels. Pick one social media platform, dial in on it, and then go to another. I'd recommend you start with Instagram or Facebook, or even both. Then move to YouTube where you can get those longer form sales assets and actually sell people. Your goal here is to find a way to print money. In other words, if you put $1 into ads and you get $2 out, you're printing money. Now, it's not necessarily going to be equivalent if you put $1,000 and you're going to get $2,000 out, but still your return on ad spend is going to be very high. After you get to a point where you're around 3 to 5K a month, you need to hire an appointment setter. Even if you're below those numbers and you have a little bit of money to invest, I'd highly recommend investing into a VA to send outbound DMs for you. Once you hit around the 20 to 50K a month range, you want to hire a closer and a sales team. A big pain point that I hear my clients having is that they're not good at sales calls and they don't enjoy them. This is where you can hire a commission-based closer that will only work on commission. You need to be reinvesting the money back into your business. If you like what I'm talking about and you want me to come in and personally implement these steps in-house into your business, contact me. You can send me an email or a text. If you got any value out of this video, I think you'd also love this video over here. You should totally go check it out. I'm serious, click on it now.